Right now, the sentencing of a man charged in the September 2023 UW-Madison attack.
Plus, Wisconsin takes on Elon Musk, the accusations a Madison nonprofit is bringing against the billionaire.
And celebrating Pride citywide, how you can commemorate the LGBTQ plus community this weekend.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Thursday. I'm Kyrie Unley.
I'm Chris Stanford. Got Savannah Brito here at the desk to start off the hour. As rain headed towards Madison.
We do. All that's pretty much widespread just directly west of Madison right now, but I do think we'll get in on some of that shower activity. Here's a look at the future radar. We do see that around Boscobel and Prairie du Chien right now. We have seen additional rainfall overnight yesterday evening into the overnight hours that have pretty much ranged between half an inch up to an inch in some areas. We are seeing a little bit of hail. That's that white dot right here just to the northwest of Prairie du Chien out across Iowa right now. Some of these are storms. Nothing's expected to be necessarily stronger this morning, but there will be periods of heavy rain. Lone Rock, Woodland, Viroqua, Boscobel, Prairie du Chien, all seeing that right now. In comparison to Madison, that's still to our west, but these showers are going to continue moving east and northeast. The heaviest rain, I think, is just going to be mainly to our north across the Madison area. We have a stationary boundary to our south. We'll talk about how that'll play a role into what we could see over the coming days.
All right, we'll talk to you shortly. We want to get back to our breaking news this morning in India, where an Air India passenger plane has crashed in the western Indian city of Ahmedabad. Taking a look at these new images this morning from the crash site. Rescue teams, medical aid have been mobilized. There is no confirmation on casualties at this moment, but local media is reporting that the flight was carrying 244 people. It was a passenger flight to London Gatwick Airport that crashed shortly after takeoff. The plane itself was a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, and the Aviation Safety Network says that this was the first ever crash of that particular aircraft. This is breaking news, and we'll continue to follow it throughout the morning here on News 3 Now.
And a quick traffic update for you. All lanes closed on State Highway 16 near the Wisconsin Dells because of a crash. The closure is between Lewiston Station Road and New Haven Road, and this is as of 6 o'clock this morning, so we'll continue to keep you updated as the morning goes on. And happening today, the man charged with a brutal attack and sexual assault of a UW student in 2023 will be sentenced.
Brandon Thompson faces charges including first-degree sexual assault, first-degree reckless injury, and strangulation. Prosecutors describe the attack as one of the most horrific sexual assaults in recent memory. Thompson will be sentenced at 8:30 this morning. In September of 2023, police found a woman naked and severely beaten on West Wilson Street. First responders rushed her to the hospital where medical staff reported multiple injuries, including a brain bleed and a broken jaw. She was placed in a medically induced coma immediately after the assault. Nearby residents called 911 after Thompson told them that a woman needed help. He said he found her in the street and carried her behind a home. Police arrested Thompson days later. News 3 Now will be at the sentencing this morning. Again, it's at 8:30. You can get an update from that court hearing on the Channel 3000 mobile app.
A Madison nonprofit and two Wisconsinites are suing Elon Musk, accusing him of bribing voters during the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. The lawsuit claims Musk violated state laws just days before the election. During the campaign, Musk offered $100 to voters who signed a petition opposing activist judges. Those who signed were promised a chance to win $1 million in addition to the $100. Musk gave away two $1 million checks in the Green Bay area the Sunday before Election Day.
We're asking the court to declare that this type of conduct is illegal. And second, we're asking the court really just to put a formal stop to it.
We do find it extremely alarming that, political action committees are continuing to use our spring elections to try to influence the politics and elections in our Badger State politics by dangling dollars in front of voters.
In Wisconsin, election bribery is defined as offering anything more than $1. News 3 Now reached out to Musk's team but has not received a response.
The U.S. is preparing to partially evacuate its Iraqi embassy. Military dependents will be allowed to leave areas of the Middle East due to heightened security risks. Those sources did not specify which security risks had prompted the decision.
A source says President Trump urged Israel's prime minister to end the war in Gaza during a phone call on Monday. The call comes as Washington pushes for a nuclear deal with Iran and engages in indirect talks with Hamas about a ceasefire. Hamas says it remains open to the ceasefire conditions proposed by U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff, but seeks stronger guarantees against Israeli attacks.
President Trump is planning to phase out FEMA after this year's hurricane season. He says he wants to bring FEMA to the state level. That would mean the federal government distributing less aid for disaster recovery. FEMA's provided roughly $500 million in assistance to Wisconsin in the past 20 years.
The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is moving to loosen regulations on the energy industry. The new proposal removes rules that limit greenhouse gas emissions from coal and natural gas power plants. The agency also wants to ease requirements for power plants to reduce toxic pollutant emissions linked to health problems. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin says these actions will benefit customers and save more than $1 billion a year.
Back at home, a potential funding cut could threaten research on Wisconsin lakes. It's called Long-Term Ecological Research, created by the National Science Foundation. The program specifically studies freshwater lakes and rivers. The research helps maintain the safety, quality, economic, and recreational use of our water sources. Proposed cuts to the foundation could cause UW's program to lose more than $7 million that it gets every 6 years.
And that's been our biggest research grant here for the last few decades. And so it's pivotal to everything we do. So if we were to not have that renewed in the future, it would be a huge loss to our research program here.
If funding is cut, researchers would have to stop immediately. Scientists say they're in conversation, though, with the university to look for alternate funding methods. Right now, though, it's too soon to know what that could look like. The Madison mayor and members of the Common Council are introducing some new proposals in an effort to create more affordable housing in the city. The city claims the proposal will diversify and expand available housing by bringing duplexes to the city, more of them, also allowing property owners with deep residential lots to split them up. In one of the biggest moves, changing downtown zoning rules to be similar to other parts of the city. The proposals will be introduced at the Common Council's June 17th meeting. There will also be a community information meeting on July 2nd. The proposals are already gaining some support.
City leaders in Janesville say they are transforming the economic landscape. They announced this during the State of the City address. In a video released on YouTube, the city showcases plans for land acquisitions, new housing, and infrastructure to drive business growth. 219 multifamily housing units are planned, and a new grocery store has opened in town. Staff say Janesville city leaders will complete the purchase of the former GM Jacko site and support a redevelopment project downtown. June is Pride Month, a celebration of the LGBTQ+ community and their cultural contributions. Multiple Pride events are happening in the Madison area this weekend. Tomorrow, the Orpheum Theater in downtown Madison will host a free all-ages drag celebration called Pride Day the 13th. Starting at 7 p.m. on Saturday, Middleton will hold its Pride Festival from 1 to 5 p.m. at Stonehorse Green. The family-friendly event includes drag story hours and local school performances. Henry Vilas Zoo will host Pride Night Saturday, an 18 and up after-hours event with performances, pop-ups, and trivia. That event starts at 5:30 p.m. and costs $10.
Also this weekend, the Big Gay Pride Market. It's a 3-day event that begins tomorrow at the Alliant Energy Center. It'll feature queer and ally vendors alongside performances, fundraisers, raffles, drag shows. Friday evening will feature an 18+ session from 6 to 10 p.m. The rest of the event's supposed to be all ages. Masks, though, are required on Sunday.
All right, lots to do in the area over the weekend, as always. Let's check in with Savannah. What's coming up?
Stationary boundaries sitting to our south, that leading to some rainfall chances through the morning. We'll talk about hail and also what's to come for Father's Day weekend.
And as we celebrate Dairy Month in Wisconsin, I'll have the story of a family farm in Dane County celebrating a big milestone in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
You know, it is June Dairy Month, and a farm in the 608 is celebrating a big milestone.
Our Josh Prider joins us now in studio with just how long this farm has been in the family. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. The Nunn family farm in western Dane County is getting ready to celebrate 125 years this week. They invited me out for a visit, and I discovered just what keeps them going. All right, obviously we're having some technical issues there, so we're going to get to that story here a little later on.
Oh boy, I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, I know, I was too. We're teasing. We just got to like...
Teasing ahead.
Teasing ahead, so...
We'll have to run that back in just a little bit.
Yes,
but
we'll be right back with that.
But it's a good thing that we have Savannah on standby, getting us up to date on everything we need to know.
Forecast, I think that's what it's all about.
That's what it is. Then we'll circle back. All
right, thanks, Josh.
Because the rain, guys, right? We'll
Yes.
blame the rain this morning. We're at 61. We're showing partly cloudy skies, but eventually we are going to see those showers that are currently sitting west of here spread further east, and it will affect Madison and some of Dane County. So scattered showers will remain in your forecast. Mid-70s, though, it will be cooler than what we had yesterday. We topped out at 86. Janesville, Monroe even hit 90 yesterday. It was a warm day. We are seeing some hail on radar, no lightning showing, but all these dots of white within those yellow cells, that's minor hail, nothing that's severe. These are expected to not reach that strong level this morning. We are going to see heavy showers and maybe a little bit of smaller hail. Lone Rock, Wisconsin Dells, Viroqua, Prairie du Chien, areas south of La Crosse all waking up to that active pattern, the heavy rain this morning. That is not reaching Madison. I think for the most part, this is going to be just north of here as that continues to move north and even a little northeast through the rest of the morning. This is how much rainfall we've seen. This is over the last 12 hours. So yesterday, late evening into the early nighttime hours, there are a couple of blue dots across Dane County. That's more so half an inch closer to an inch, but for the most part, the green that you can see across most of Dane County, that was a couple tenths of an inch of rain. Areas south of Lone Rock, north of Platteville, near Prairie du Chien, this blue and even those purple dots, that's anywhere between an inch and about an inch and a half to an inch and 3/4. So those heaviest showers were near Prairie du Chien overnight and into early this morning. That band of heavy rain that you see to our west right now, looking to pass areas like Wisconsin Dells and just to our north. We do keep that isolated shower chance though through the day across all of southern Wisconsin. I just think areas south of Madison have the least chance of seeing those showers. West of here through the evening, we see a couple more spotty ones, and then overnight, maybe a stray shower, but the heaviest and most widespread rain, that's going to be directly to our north across central Wisconsin, where it'll be a little bit on the heavier side. We are going to still see Friday, Saturday, and maybe into Father's Day on Sunday, some more rainfall. I just think it'll be maybe a little bit more widespread Friday into Saturday. Will be even more. There's better chances for showers and stronger storms next week. We keep that chance pretty much every single day. We've got 80s that are going to return and humidity though, so it'll feel like June next week more so than how this week felt aside of yesterday.
All right, here it comes. Lots to track. Savannah, thank you. Hey, have you guys heard it's June Dairy Month? And a farm in the 608 is celebrating a big milestone.
Our Josh Prider joining us once again in studio with just how long this farm has been in the family. Josh, good morning.
Hey, good morning once again. So the Nunn family farm in western Dane County is getting ready to celebrate. Get my microphone on. There we go. Hey, the Nunn family farm in western Dane County is getting ready to celebrate 125 years this week, and they invited me out for a visit so I could discover just what keeps them going.
Yeah, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
It's a family affair at the Nunn farm.
Everybody comes here.
Sitting on roughly 300 acres just north of Cross Plains, the memories span generations.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too. I mean, I'm living my dream.
Wes Nunn is the 5th generation farmer. He now lives on the property with his wife Tara and their 3 kids, Kipton, Bo, and Hazley. Wes is proud to be the one pushing the farm over the 125-year mark.
There ain't a whole lot of farms even going over 100 nowadays, and it's just nice to be part of something great.
Not only are these memories about work, they're personal. Wes and Tara got married right here 7 years ago this week. Now they're excited to see their kids grow up on the farm.
I love it. When we moved out here 2 years ago, that was always kind of our end goal, to be here. It's always what he's wanted. And once we were out here, our 3 kids, it's his dream, it's my dream, it's all of our dream. I couldn't be happier being out here with him.
This is the family favorite when it comes to views, the hilltop overlooking the property. In addition to farming the land, they also milk around 60 cows, along with managing a herd of beef cattle, among other animals you would probably expect to see on a farm. Wes's dad, Bob, along with Bob's many brothers, are proud to see the traditions living on.
You know, everybody's like, oh, you know, the farm's worth so much. It's only worth so much if you sell it, you know. But if we can pass it on, priceless.
But will it be passed on to the next generation? Here's what 9-year-old Kipton told me.
I'm hoping to be the 6th generation. I play a lot of sports. It's hard to keep up with it all, but we do it. And I really enjoy helping my dad and other people in the summer.
That answer, of course, gets his dad excited, but Wes is encouraging the kids to live in the now.
It's in my cow.
I'm hoping. I'm not going to push them. I want them to figure it out themselves, kind of how my dad did for me. And, you know, I got to do the sport thing and go hang out with friends. And eventually I just came back as I guess I'm supposed to.
Wanting to pass that knowledge to the next generation is key to successfully farming into the future. So the Nunn Family Farm 125-year celebration is this Saturday, June 14th from 1 to 7. You can learn more about this event at channel3000.com. I mean, farming is rich here in the area, and just to see just how much history there is going back 125 years, I mean, that's pretty incredible.
And to see it passed down from generation to generation, you know, willingly, leaving it up to the next generation to step up, not be pushed to take it over, like no pressure, I think that's really special. Like he said, it's where he was meant to be.
You want to enjoy it, right? Like you don't want to just be like, well, I have to do this. And for all of them, they just came back and it just worked out. And it's so amazing. I'm excited to see.
It's so special.
They're going to go another 125 years. I know that.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the Nunn family.
You bet.
Josh, thank you.
Josh is always looking for inspirational stories just like that one to share with you folks at home. If you have an idea for them, reach out and let them know about it.
Well, still ahead, we're meeting the new Alice in Dairyland.
And saying goodbye to the current, kind of a passing of the sash, if you will, coming up next right here on News 3 Now this morning. And we are back with a couple of special guests this morning. Haley Heinzel is the current Alice in Dairyland, and next month, Sarah Hagenow will take over as the 78th Alice in Dairyland.
Yes, Sarah, we want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
And of course, Haley, an amazing year for you as well.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
So how are you feeling about the responsibility, Sarah, of taking over as the 78th Alice in Dairyland?
I'm feeling very, very excited. Obviously, I've had a really great teacher, and it's just a legacy that is going to be so fun to uphold over the next year and continue promoting Wisconsin agriculture.
Yes, and so Haley, let's take a look at your year in review. You're ending your year, but how has it been overall?
It has been absolutely wonderful. The opportunity of a lifetime. It's gone by in a flash, although I still got about 4 weeks left, and I am celebrating June Dairy Month right now. It's really the best way to go out, so I've had a lot of fun this year.
Going out with a bang in June.
Absolutely.
Hey, Haley, it feels like you were just here sitting on the couch, sitting right where Sarah was in the same kind of a transition. I mean, does it really go by that fast?
It really does, especially when you only have 365 days to really make your impact as Alice. It goes by like this. But it has been so fun. I really made the most of each and every day traveling all over Wisconsin.
Yes, and Sarah, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm probably most looking forward to just meeting the people throughout Wisconsin that make agriculture so special here in our state. Really, the stories that we get to tell and be stewards of those stories is super exciting. I think it's so interesting to just hear where everyone has come from and what really has gotten to them to that point of telling their story in agriculture. So I just can't wait to meet everyone out there on the road throughout the next year.
I mean, there's so much competition to become Alice in Dairyland. I don't think a lot of people out there are aware of just exactly what goes into that process. I mean, it really put you ladies through the ringer. And to come out on top is really quite an accomplishment and a top-line kind of resume builder there, and the experience that you'll have will last your entire career. But what inspired you to want to be Alice in Dairyland in the first place? Let's get to the heart of why you're going to be Alice.
Certainly. Well, I've grown up in agriculture. I had the opportunity to be involved in 4-H and FFA and show dairy cattle through those organizations. So I just really had a passion for agriculture, and I was able to advocate on many different levels at shows across the state and at different promotional events. And then I had the chance to see Alice at so many different things and really be inspired by what she does. So it's been a dream of mine ever since I was little, and then of course having different mentors leaders that have served in the role throughout the years has just made me look up to the program that much more and really see each woman and Alice as a role model over my lifetime. So it's really exciting.
All right, Haley, do you have any parting words of wisdom for Sarah before she takes over?
Pass along the same thing Ashley told me, is always be yourself. The unique, beautiful thing about Alice is it's a different person every year, and everyone brings their own unique story to the role, and I'm really excited to see what Sarah does with it.
That's so sweet. We want to thank both of you ladies for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, we're back after this. This morning, from Tucson to Indianapolis, protests spread nationwide, where demonstrations are planned for this weekend.
Plus, would you trust AI with your money? How your neighbors are responding.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
I'm Kyrie Lee. Thanks for waking up with us this morning.
All right,
Monday till Friday.
Yeah, before we get to the news and the headlines and everything and the weather, we do have some rain moving in. We want to have a quick traffic update. Highway 16, Columbia County, near the Dells, both lanes have been closed all morning because of a crash. It's between Lewiston Station Road and New Haven Road. Again, both directions of Highway 16. This is just southeast of Wisconsin Dells, closed right now because of a crash. And we're working to get some details, and we'll let you know as soon as that gets opened back up.
Let's check in now with meteorologist Vanna Brito, who's getting you ready as you head out the door this morning.
Well, good morning, guys. We're tracking some showers just west of Madison early this morning. Viroqua, Lone Rock, Prairie du Chien, all of those areas seeing the heaviest of the rain. That's all directly to our west right now. Stationary front to our south going to leave us with additional rainfall chances the next couple of days. That'll take us into Father's Day too. We still have moderate air quality values between 51 and 100. That's the yellow color all across southern Wisconsin because the haze, that's not going away anytime soon. The orange is just to our northwest. That's unhealthy for some. We'll continue to show updates on radar and what's to come for rain the rest of the day.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Savannah. We want to get back to the breaking news of the morning in India, where an Air India passenger plane has crashed in the western Indian city of Aminabad. The crash site appeared to be in a very populated area near the airport, and you can see the plume of smoke coming from the crash site. There is no confirmation on casualties at this hour, but local media is reporting that AI 171 was carrying 242 passengers. That is not yet confirmed, though, through the airline. We do know that that flight was headed to London Gatwick Airport. This is breaking news, and we will continue following this throughout the morning on Channel 3000 and Channel 3000 Plus. Happening today, a federal hearing will decide if the Trump administration can use the National Guard and Marines to assist with immigration raids in Los Angeles.
The Justice Department calls California's legal attempt to block the deployment of federal troops a crass political stunt. California Governor Gavin Newsom says that the 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines mobilized in the region are unnecessary and are creating fear within the community. Meanwhile, protests are erupting in cities across the nation, with many demonstrations ending in arrest. Tucson, Arizona, Austin, and San Antonio, Texas are among these cities where tensions escalated between protesters and law enforcement. Spokane, Washington imposed an emergency curfew. In Indianapolis, protesters gathered outside an NBA game. Some members of the president's own party say the raids have gone too far, but the Trump administration insists it will not back down. All this comes ahead of large coordinated protests planned nationwide for Saturday, including here in Madison. In
other news this morning, police are investigating a shooting that happened on Madison's east side. Several reported a shooting on Milwaukee Street around 2:30 yesterday afternoon. One man suffered multiple gunshot wounds. He is in the hospital. No arrests have been made, though. Anyone with information should contact Madison area Crime Stoppers.
Madison police are investigating after arresting a man for allegedly making terrorist threats online. Police arrested Dewan Angelo on Williamson Street. It happened last Friday after police said he posted threatening messages targeting Black, gay, and Jewish communities online. During a search of Angelo's apartment, police seized multiple guns and electronic devices. They also found marijuana and psilocybin mushrooms. Angelo faces charges of making terroristic threats, maintaining a drug trafficking place, possession with intent to deliver THC, and possession with intent to deliver psilocybin.
Advocates are talking about New language on the websites of two of Madison's biggest hospitals. They removed language related to diversity, equity, and inclusion from parts of their websites. SSM Health changed its Our Commitment to Diversity page to Our Commitment to Healthy Culture. Hospital administration says they intend to live out their mission, vision, and values and believe everyone was created in the image of God. Meanwhile, UW Health's DEI page listed its commitment to LGBTQ care and anti-racism. It used to, and now that has been changed to social impact and well-being. UW Health Administration says it's part of a 3-year strategic plan for DEI. Tim Schaefer, a pastor at First Baptist Church in Madison, says he was disheartened by the changes.
And myself, an openly gay man, one of a few Baptist pastors in the country. We as a congregation have a diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging task force because we recognize that there are people that in faith communities have been driven away.
News 3 Now asks both hospitals if this has anything to do with federal funding. That's as President Donald Trump threatened to withhold that from programs that promoted DEI. Both hospitals declined to answer.
The wait list to sign up for the Trump card visa is now open. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick announced the news on social media, sharing a link to the official website. The Trump card is a $5 million visa that grants foreign nationals the right to live and work permanently in the U.S. Lutnick says this card will replace the government's EB-5 immigrant investor visa program. That program currently grants green cards to immigrants who invest $1.8 million in the U.S. or $900,000 in economically distressed zones.
Brian Wilson, co-founder and member of the Beach Boys, has passed away. Wilson wrote classics like Help Me Rhonda, California Girls, God Only Knows, Good Vibrations, and Wouldn't It Be Nice? In 2023, Rolling Stone magazine named Wilson one of the 200 greatest singers of all time. Brian Wilson, dead at the age of 82.
Today, jurors are expected to continue deliberations on the final charge in Harvey Weinstein's retrial. Yesterday, they returned a mixed verdict. The former Hollywood mogul faces criminal sexual assault act charges involving 3 women. The jury found the 73-year-old guilty on 1 charge, acquitted him on a second, and has yet to decide on the third.
The inflation rate in the U.S. didn't raise as much as expected last month, even though the Trump administration imposed all those tariffs. Consumer prices increased 0.1% month over month. The nation's yearly inflation rate rose 2.4%. Overall readings from the Bureau of Labor Statistics were better than analysts had expected.
Would you trust AI to manage your finances? A national survey found that the average American would. Our Kyle Pozorski hit the streets to find out how Madisonians feel.
A recent survey has found more and more Americans would trust artificial intelligence to manage their money. But in talking to Madisonians, opinions are a bit more mixed.
Would you trust AI with your money?
I probably wouldn't, not without a bit more information on what things are currently doing right now.
With heavy skepticism towards the emerging technology.
I don't know enough about AI to know if I would trust it.
No, I don't believe so because I have to know more about AI.
You don't trust AI with your money?
No. The findings were published by Advance America. Part of what they found is that Wisconsinites, along with the nation as a whole, feel comfortable letting AI manage about $20,000. While some may cringe at the idea, Kyle Cranmer, a UW professor and director of the Data Science Institute, says he's not surprised.
So before, I think it was much more abstract.
Telling me the growing trust is a sign of the times.
More people have had experiences with it, and oftentimes those experiences have been positive. I think that's probably what's at the root of it.
He says while more are embracing the technology, there is still good reason to seek professional advice when it comes to your personal wealth.
I don't think financial advisors are going away anytime soon.
News 3 Now did reach out to several financial advisors about the role that AI may play with personal finances in the coming years. Shane Keeler with Madison Partners provided a statement saying in part, quote, "At this point, the financial industry is primarily utilizing AI in asset management." It continues, however, the cornerstone of what we do here at Madison Partners is financial planning, which is something that the families that we serve value. In Madison, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Well, you might notice birds attacking their reflections in windows, often with unfortunate results. But a UW partnership is working to prevent more of these feathered collisions. Last year, UW-Madison installed bird-safe decals on Tejope Residence Hall after collecting data with the citizen-led Bird Collision Corps tracking project. The results were immediate, a 75% drop in bird strikes during the fall migration season. The city of Madison previously passed an ordinance requiring all new buildings to use bird-visible glass. Now, the partnership offers new ideas for incorporating bird-safe designs into older buildings.
So the glass comes to the site already bird safe. When you have a building that's already installed and it has a lot of glass and you're finding a lot of birds are hitting the windows, the only thing you can really do is either replace the windows or put up a window treatment like this. So this is a post-construction window treatment that is not uncommon anymore. We're seeing these more and more.
Another current project uses vertical cords suspended over the windows of the Microbial Science Building to improve visibility for birds. This method could be more affordable while remaining as effective as decals.
All right.
All right. New ways to save the birds.
Yeah. I've seen some of those kind of around, so I never knew what they were for. I thought it was just some sort of aesthetic design, but now you know that it's got a purpose.
Now you know.
All right.
Well, let's check in with Savannah. What's coming up?
As we're still tracking heavy showers northwest of Madison right now, we'll talk about the track these showers and storms are going to take, and also Father's Day forecast.
And as we celebrate June Dairy Month in Wisconsin, I'll have the story of a family farm in Dane County celebrating a big milestone in a 608.
You're watching News 3 Now This Morning. Moving forward.
Once again this morning, we're waking up with mild temperatures across Dane County and southern Wisconsin, 61 in Madison, 64 in Oregon, 63 in Middleton. Most of southern Wisconsin also is in the lower to even mid-60s, 65 in Monroe, 61 in Watoma. We are waking up to an active start to northwest of Madison, and for the most part, those showers are affecting areas like Prairie du Chien, south of La Crosse, near Viroqua, Lone Rock, and Wisconsin Dells. I think they're going to take on a track just to our north, so most of Dane County will stay dry, and areas like Monroe, Platteville, and Janesville that could use the rain because they're still sitting under moderate drought conditions will not see any rain out of this. Watertown and then up near Fond du Lac, Sheboygan, Manitowoc, that's where the heavier rain and that rainfall pattern is going to continue to track through the morning. We did get a little bit of rainfall yesterday evening, late into the nighttime hours. Madison and most of Dane County fell within that green color. That was a couple hundredths to about 2/10 of an inch of rain. There were some blue dots, some spotty heavy showers. That was closer to ½ an inch to an inch. But the heaviest of the rain, that's those purples and then this teal color near Prairie du Chien, south of Lone Rock and north of Platteville. Those places received 1 to 1.5 inches of rain. The rest of the morning, for the most part, north of Madison are where those better shower chances are going to be this evening. A couple of spotty thunderstorms kind of near those areas that are waking up to the rain, near Prairie du Chien, Boscobel, and Viroqua. The best chance of widespread and heavy rain this evening into tonight is going to be north of here across central and northern Wisconsin. Those are also areas that are waking up to a lot of haze and also an air quality alert. We're not going to see as heavy of smoke compared to what we did yesterday, but it's still going to be present out here. Those areas north of Madison could pick up another couple tenths of an inch up to ½ an inch of rainfall with the morning round of showers that we're going to continue to see. This is our current smoke cover. Yesterday, we still had some yellows. That's not really present out there right now. That's why that air quality alert for southern Wisconsin expired at 11 p.m. yesterday evening, but we still do have lighter smoke out there that's present across southern Wisconsin. Saturday, the first half of Father's Day weekend, 76. I do think we'll see some morning showers. Sunday, 77. It'll be warmer, and I think Sunday is looking like the better half of this upcoming weekend. Good thing it's Father's Day. We'll see mostly to partly sunny skies and highs that'll be in the upper 70s. And then we've got the 80s and a pretty active pattern next week.
Is it Father's Day Sunday?
It is.
Maybe. You know.
You sound stressed.
No, I'm chill, real chill. I got it all under control. It doesn't.
More stressed than you are.
Yeah, we'll see.
If you want Savannah to play in your day, she'd love to, but we need some play in your day videos. So send us one through the channel3000.com website. First Warn Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or email tips at channel3000.com.
It is June Dairy Month in Wisconsin, and a farm in the 608 is celebrating a big milestone this month.
Josh Freider joins us now in studio with just how long this family farm has been going. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, guys. The Nunn family farm in western Dane County is getting ready to celebrate 125 years this week. They invited me out for a visit, and I discovered just what keeps them going.
Yeah, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
It's a family affair at the Nunn Farm.
Everybody comes here.
Sitting on roughly 300 acres just north of Cross Plains, the memories span generations.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too. I mean, I'm living my dream.
Wes Nunn is the 5th-generation farmer. He now lives on the property with his wife Tara and their 3 kids, Kipton, Bo, and Hazley. Wes is proud to be the one pushing the farm over the 125-year mark.
There ain't a whole lot of farms even going over 100 nowadays, and it's just nice to be part of something great.
Not only are these memories about work, they're personal. Wes and Tara got married right here 7 years ago this week. Now they're excited to see their kids grow up on the farm.
I love it. When we moved out here 2 years ago, that was always kind of our end goal, to be here. It's always what he's wanted. And once we were out here, our 3 kids, it's his dream, it's my dream, it's all of our dream. I couldn't be happier being out here with him.
This is the family favorite when it comes to views, the hilltop overlooking the property. In addition to farming the land, they also milk around 60 cows, along with managing a herd of beef cattle, among other animals you would probably expect to see on a farm. Wes's dad, Bob, along with Bob's many brothers, are proud to see the traditions living on.
You know, everybody's like, oh, you know, the farm's worth so much. It's only worth so much if you sell it, you know. But if we can pass it on, priceless.
But will it be passed on to the next generation? Here's what 9-year-old Kipton told me.
I'm hoping to be the 6th generation. I play a lot of sports. It's hard to keep up with it all, but we do it. And I really enjoy helping my dad and other people in the summer.
That answer, of course, gets his dad excited, but Wes is encouraging the kids to live in the now.
It's in my cow.
I'm hoping. I'm not going to push them. I want them to figure it out themselves, kind of how my dad did for me. And, I got to do the sport thing and go hang out with friends. And eventually I just came back as I guess I'm supposed to.
Wanting to pass that knowledge to the next generation is key to successfully farming into the future. In Cross Plains, Josh Breiter, News 3 Now. The Nunn Family Farm 125-year celebration is this Saturday, June 14th from 1 to 7. You can learn more about the event at channel3000.com. Farming is a busy job. It's 24/7, it's 365. Even getting out there to shoot the story was hard to find a time where they all could be there, right? Because this is constant, and it's a family thing. Like, all of, Wes's uncles are still helping out. All of their family are still out there. They're all in the area, most of them anyway. So it's just cool to see how they're still lifting this family up and pushing them forward.
And glad to see, even the younger generations getting in on the fun.
Absolutely. And, they're not forcing them to do it.
Exactly.
They want to be there, which is everything. It's like finding that passion in something that's so important.
It's more special these days, more than ever, because just fewer and fewer Wisconsin dairy farms out there that have been family run for as long as they have. Congratulations. Yes. I mean, 125 years.
Yes.
That is something to celebrate.
It's going to be a big party on Saturday. They're expecting a lot of folks. I mean, a farm like that in the community, they've touched a lot of lives, right? That's huge. So congrats to them.
Thanks for sharing it with us, Josh.
Yeah, you bet, guys.
Well told. Josh is always looking for inspirational stories just like that one. You got an idea for him, he'd love to hear from you, so reach out and let him know about it.
Coming up in the morning sprint, how egg prices have changed over the last few months.
Got a little kid turning 3 soon? Send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. We're back with the sprint next.
Time for the morning sprint.
We are following breaking news in India this morning where an Air India passenger plane has crashed into a residential area in the western Indian city of Ahmedabad. There are reports of 170 fatalities, but no immediate confirmation from authorities. Flight AI-171 was carrying 242 passengers. It was on its way to Gatwick Airport and crashed shortly after takeoff. We'll continue to follow this story on channel3000.com.
The man charged in a brutal attack and a sexual assault of a UW student in September 2023 will be sentenced today. Brandon Thompson faces charges including first-degree sexual assault, first-degree reckless injury, and strangulation. Prosecutors have called the attack one of the most horrific sexual assaults in recent memory.
A federal hearing is set to determine whether the Trump administration can use the National Guard and Marines to assist with immigration raids in Los Angeles. The DOJ calls the legal effort a crass and political stunt. California's governor says the 4,000 National Guard troops and the 700 Marines that have been mobilized to the region are unnecessary and instilling fear in the community. Meanwhile, anti-ICE protests have continued to amplify across the country.
This morning, police are investigating a shooting on Madison's east side. Several people reported the shooting on Milwaukee Street yesterday afternoon. One man suffered multiple gunshot wounds and is currently hospitalized. No arrests have been made, and anyone with information is urged to contact Madison area Crime Stoppers.
A Madison man is charged with making terrorist threats online. Police say Duane Angelo posted concerning messages targeting Black, gay, and Jewish people. Police seized multiple guns and electronics from his Willie Street apartment, as well as marijuana and psychedelic mushrooms. Angelo is due in court next Tuesday on 4 felony counts.
Consumer prices rose by 2.4% last month, while egg prices fell in May. Government data show the price for a dozen grade A large eggs dropped 11% to just under $5. Egg prices had surged in recent months, partly due to an outbreak of avian flu. This marks the second consecutive month of declining egg prices.
We do have some rain north and northwest of Madison right now. That will continue to move northeast. I don't think that'll affect the city of Madison. The heaviest rain is expected to be just to our north. 76 for the high, cooler, but still near normal.
All right, thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning. Coming up next is more CBS Mornings.
Our next newscast is at noon.